Hey everyone, Edward18 here, just scribbling things up again. That's what I do. Yeah, there was a Reboot Christmas contest going on, so I just thought I'd make something for it. Yeah, I don't really know why, but this one took a really long time. I think it's probably because there was family visiting and stuff, and so I was a bit preoccupied while making this, but obviously I sped it up like I do. That's what a speed paint is, so yeah, I'd been wanting to do reboot stuff every now and then, but just have never really gotten the opportunity to. I actually have a review for it that I intend to do in the future, but that is a ways off right now. But for this, probably the most intricate part of this is the background, which really isn't all that special, but it's kinda got all these buildings in the back, and it does. I think one of the things is on the tablet I do these speed paints on. I use Krita, and I'm used to using GIMP, which is on the computer. If I could use the computer for speed painting, I would, but unfortunately it doesn't have a proper screen recording program. So yeah, this does the job. It's not the best, but it's not horrible, so it's a nice little thing to make videos with sometimes. But yeah, this is kinda how I do the shading. Just smear things in and rub them down until they look good enough. For this, I was actually just using blacks most of the time for the shading. Normally I'll take the base color and get darker variants of it to do more real-ish shading, but I wanted to get this done for the Christmas contest, so I was trying to speed through this. Not that it didn't really work out, but that was the intent. So it turned out pretty nice to me. I'm fine with how it is. All the windows just sort of get slapped on as this one object that you break up, and it gets it done as a simple, easy way to do it. Takes a ton of work though. If I'm awake, I am working. If I'm not doing things for the family or sleeping and not forgetting to eat, I'm making stuff. That is my life. But it allows me to create all sorts of cool, neat little things, and getting to show this is always a cool thing to do, to show the process and how it's done. Obviously there's some certain things patrons only get to see, but that's neither here nor there. Now Reboot, it always had these really cool, kind of futuristic vehicles. It's like if you took what people thought the future would be like and applied 90s comic making talent to it, and then made everything made out of what you would find in a computer. It's got a really cool aesthetic to it, which has always just been really fun. The show in general is one of the best shows ever created. Like, Ian Pearson, Gavin Blair, I am so happy they were able to make it, actually, and once they broke off from the original broadcasting turn it into what it is for season 3 and stuff. Like, in Megabyte, oh my god, Tony J is one of the best villain voice actors of all time. But it's such a shame, his passing. Like, I know it'll probably never happen, but if they ever do make the final, like, movie, it's just too bad they couldn't get the thing finished. Like, they couldn't give it the ending it was going to have while he was still alive. If it ever gets one. We don't talk about the hero's code or whatever that garbage was called. I forget exactly, but classic Reboot, one of the greatest things ever. Yeah, I was never too fond on them going back to Bob's original look for the final parts of the show. It kind of undid the more him growing feeling that the older, like the web writer Glitch Bob look gave off with the longer hair. I know they're computer programs, but they obviously just did it for nostalgia, but whatever. I am getting way too deep into the lore aspect of a speed paint, so yeah, I just liked how Megabyte had that limo he would always drive in, and his mad scientist he for some reason seemed to seek the approval of when he'd say stuff. But it was cute. Yeah, this takes forever to do, but sometimes when I'm done with the objects, I'll go in and splash some white over the parts that would have light hitting it and rub that in, like shade it in like black for the darker areas, but white for the shinier or light-hitted areas. It just makes it look like it has more depth to it. And there's Enzo. Yeah, obviously this picture, if it actually like took place in the show's timeline, would be in like season 2, because it has Enzo and Andrea as kids and stuff, and I do like season 2. Season 3 is obviously the best story-wise, but season 2 has like the classic feel of another day, another adventure, but it's getting into the more dire, more things are getting more serious. If we mess up, it will be bad for the heroes. It's, in ways, season 2 could be my favorite for parts of it. Season 3 just has such a great, like, story, though, so, yeah. And since it's a Christmas picture, I just figured I'd stick everyone in the sleigh and throw them presents out over Mainframe. Mainframe was... that company was, like, the best 3D show creators of all time. Yeah, their technology is nothing compared to what it is now, but when it came to, like, the action sequences of their shows and how the characters move, they were unmatched when it came to the cartooning of 3D. I can watch a good Mainframe show any day, all day long. Like Beast Wars, oh my god. Acceleracers, hell yeah. it is kind of a shame to me that they never... Andrea, as a kid, has such a limited time on the show. You don't really notice it until, like, you actually pay attention. But she is not there that long as a kid, which is kind of sad. Like, her and Enzo just get their whole childhood taken away from them. But that's kind of the point. It does make it really impactful, but it is sad. And I figured, well, if there's gonna be a Santa, it's the kooky old man of the series. And Fong he was kind of, to me, the cool old guy. You always gotta have those for the heroes, like Master Splinter, Master Fung, Yoda, all that stuff. It's such a fun archetype. Yeah, Andrea back there, I kind of had to cut out parts of her because I didn't realize I put her face layer over where the hair would go, so I kind of worked in reverse for her. Fong, he took shorter than I thought he would, but still quite a bit because he's got all those robot parts on him, but yeah. But for the holidays, I hope everyone is staying safe and stuff, and all that snow and ice just not causing too much problems for anyone, I hope. But, yeah, we're getting towards the end of this. There's the presents. I kind of just threw them in at the end because they're really just simple boxes to throw across the city however you want. And the snowflakes, when I add them right here... Oh no, shading. Yeah, the snowflakes here, when I do the big ones, the big one at the left, it actually has like ones and zeros making it up, which you have to look hard to really see it, but I just thought that'd be a neat little thing. Yeah, transparency. Now just shade the city a bit, contrast it to make it stand out more against the characters. That just about wraps it up, I think. Well, yep. Yeah, looks pretty good to me. I guess you all have some happy holidays and alphanumeric.